we had spent the last two sessions talking about two things, namely the sequential, which is a narrative form, and the conjunctive, with the sequential being essentially lots of U's, you plus subject, and then her plus infinitive. And you just use that to make long narratives in the past. Then he did this, then she did that, then they did this, blah, 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 blah. And that's just a normal way how to make your past narration more elegant. And you intersperse that with like paragraph forms, when in or acha in or whatnot, to basically indicate in a narrative, here a new paragraph starts, and then you have lots of these sequentials afterwards. So that's one continuing form. And the other one, the conjunctive, is used for things more oriented to the future, commands, wishes, and very noticeably oaths. And it has a very distinctive introducing element, which is emtuk, and that then is followed by the verb. So emtuk, just M2. There doesn't have to be a K in there. That's just my mistake here. So M2 plus subject, basically, and then the thing that you do. Yeah, what else to say about them? We've seen lots of examples, and one thing to point out is the negation is term. So while most verb forms in late Egyptian are being negated by, or I should say, most constructions are being negated by ben, these two are special because they take term. That comes before the infinitive, and you just basically slap a term in front of it, like you often do for the infinitive. That's one characteristic thing. I think that's the major. And I had a few more examples. I think how they work we've already covered, but I have a few more practical examples from texts. Now, I had one thing in between, because ever so often the pa-neti construction comes up, and last time we got stuck there a little bit. So I thought I'd just do a few quick examples. And so I've prepared a few, just building them up step by step. So the way it works is basically you can use pa and neti or enti to nominalize an adverbial sentence. Notice that I've really last minute I caught that you shouldn't do this in in manual decodage, because then it becomes panty. So here we go. Yeah, and I knew that somebody would notice that, so I changed it last minute. In any case, so if you have a basic adverbial sentence, for example, ibek eraf, your heart is towards it, or in other words, this is what you want. This is what you no, you want it, you desire it. F in this case, most likely being it, could also technically be him. So you desire him would be a possibility. That's a full sentence. It's an adverbial sentence. Na, is it adverbial? Yes, it is. Because you have your heart, the subject, then a preposition towards it, so towards, and then whatever you're towards, to, as the object. Yeah, and then you can slap a pa enti in front of it, which would be then basically that which your heart desires it or is towards it. So in other words, this would be the thing which your heart desires, or that which your heart desires, basically, blah, 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 blah. So it's a very elegant way in Egyptian. They can also use in Coptic. In Coptic, this would be ep and et, pet. And you can slap a lot of things or you can slap that in front of a lot of things to make it into a noun, to nominalize basically a whole sentence. Maybe if somebody wanted to take the next sentence, just made it a bit more complicated. And I'll look for my transliteration key.
I can do it.
Thank you.
Ijed ani.
Ijed ani.
Paneti. Ibek aref.
That's right. And then?
D. Irit. I'm guessing this is just irit F.
That's right.
Anak.
Anak. Right. Ooh, it just fit. Okay, and how would you translate that?
Tell me what your heart desires. I will give it to you.
Or I will do it for you, actually. I will do it for you. Mhm.
Do it for you, of course.
Oh, wait, no, wait, why? Ha, ha, ha.
Wait, give.
Um, there's something.
I will do the giving of it for
Yeah,
you.
let's figure this out. So I will give, you had that right? Ir-tuf. No,
Oh, I
irtuf.
will give that it be done for you.
That's it. Mhm. I will
Yeah.
cause that it be done for you. That's
Oh,
right.
so it is a two. Okay.
It is a two. Yeah, I was confused myself there as well, but that's the only way it makes sense. I will make it happen for you, basically, is what it's trying to say. Okay. So this here is what you're supposed to tell him, namely that which your heart is towards it. It sounds a bit clunky in English, so we have to make it into a relative sentence in English. But in Egyptian, it's super elegant. You just put panetti in front of it, and then you can integrate anything you want into the sentence structure, basically. So far, so good? All right. Well, then I would say let's take a look at the next one. Should only be one new word in there, which is seshit, window. Um, and I take volunteers as always.
I can give it a try.
All right.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah, I'll just, okay. Youth,
Youth.
or is that achti?
Just pech.
Pech?
It's the verb pech.
Oh, right, the verb, yeah. With the walking legs.
Mhm.
Ha, seshed, and tai, uh, sherit.
That's correct. Meaning,
Uh, he, yeah, I've missed so many of these Zooms, so I don't know if this is prospective or circumstantial, or second tense. So it's something like he he shall reach the window of my, is it daughter or girl? Does it mean that
my
even in this
daughter.
stage of English?
You have it completely correctly. And yes, it is a future three. So in um um sorry, in Coptic it would be Efe. So he will reach basically. It's UFR becomes Efe. That's seen the window, sorry. What am I doing? She shall reach the window of my daughter. That sounds like an odd thing to say. It's from the tale of the doomed or fated prince. And basically, what has happened is that the king of Nakharina, um, he has built a huge tower, and inside the tower, basically up there, uh, there's the room of his daughter, and he basically tells the youths of Syria, whoever can jump up to the window of my daughter, he shall have her as a wife. Of course, the thing is 60 cubits up in the air, so good luck with that. But that, of course, how the fairy tale goes. And of course, as you can imagine, our prince will somehow manage to get up there. But yeah, that's the basic sentence. It's a future three. Uh, he shall reach the window of my daughter. So let's make that into a nominalized form. So if you take a look at the next one, how would you translate that one?
Still me, or is this
Sure, why not?
okay? Yeah, I'll just take this opportunity. So ha neti
Hang on. Not in the right font.
youth
Mhm.
er pech ha seshed and tai sherit.
Mhm. That's right.
So would this be like let's see, would it be like he who reaches the window of my daughter, something like that?
That's exactly what it is. Or if you want to make it a bit more close to the Egyptian construction, you could say the one who. But either way is correct. Blah blah blah. So the window of. I'm just going to abbreviate it. So I've just nominalized the whole thing by putting Panetti in front of it. The rest of the sentence, interestingly, we don't have to do any of the gyrations that you may have to do in Indo-European language, like changing the structure of the sentence afterwards. It just stays exactly the way it was. The only thing you've done is you've put Panetti in front of it, and that's it. Very good. And then, I mean, I sort of gave it away already. That's how you then get the sentence, how it actually is in the story. So it is, let me just do this real quick. Ir Panetti UFR Pech pa Seshet entai Sheri UF no US Nef Hime. Okay, there you go. So if you take a look at that, that's actually what the father says. He says, Ir S4, as for the one, he shall reach the window of my daughter, she to him will be as a wife. So it's a bit different than the English construction, but there's another future 3 here, I think. Has to be, with the nef being in between. So she shall be a wife to him, essentially. All right. So you can do that very elegantly, like I said, by having the Panetti in there. Yeah, any questions about that? No? Good. Just want to have that clarified because I know we've gotten stuck on that once in a while. By the way, I discovered that Meretseger has all sorts of beautiful images for free on their website. So you can not only buy books there, antiquarian ones, but he also has free photos, and basically it says on there you can use them as long as you give credit, which I hereby do. But yeah, lots of nice things in there. In this case, from the top floor of tower, I think that's Medinet Habu, if I'm not mistaken. The Migdol in there. So that would be on the ground floor, first floor, second floor. So something like this is what I'm imagining when I'm reading the fairy tale. All right. I have a few more examples, a couple more to be precise, and maybe somebody wants to take the first one. And again, I've broken it down.
Try it.
All right. Sorry. Trigger happy.
Pa,
Mhm,
ie,
mhm,
neb,
mhm.
anchuja seneb. Imi, probably.
Or simply im. This part is
okay.
weird. For whatever reason, there is another. You can ignore that one. It's a good guess, but in context, it wouldn't make sense. Mhm. So that's a very simple sentence.
Yes, so simple that I was almost his Lord oh come on, life, prosperity, health, LPH. Wait, what do I was of course when I was thinking this was a suffix pronoun that seemed to make
Right. Let me just take it
Yes.
away. It's in the original, but doesn't add anything.
So what im is this then? Because that makes me
It's your very basic Middle Egyptian im as well.
so form of the preposition m.
Yeah, or more specifically the adverb that comes from it,
Right. So is in it.
right? Or simply there,
It is in. All right.
simply there. So yeah, that's really all it is. His Lord, life, prosperity, health is there. Literally is in it.
Mm.
Without suffix pronoun. Okay, now comes the interesting part. What happens when I put a Panetti in front of it?
Right. And we get Panetti,
Mhm.
Paefa, which is an ab.
That's right.
Okay, I'll let you. God, you need keyboard shortcuts.
If you were to make it, I fix the top first.
So it that his Lord LPH is in.
Exactly. So
Yes.
the it that his Lord is in it. How would you make that into more idiomatic English?
The place that his Lord is,
Correct.
or is at, maybe might be
Exactly.
more idiomatic.
And that's exactly what it is. So that's the part where one might get easily confused because that's so different from English. But you can also use the nominalization to make up places. Normally, it would have some kind of adverbial in there to indicate that it's a location. So Panetti, Paifnib, Im, the place that his Lord is in, or that is where his Lord is, basically. Which is completely different in English. So what would you make out of the last one then? And yeah, let's finish it. Why not?
Phi F
Mhm.
R Panetti
Mhm.
Phi F. Oh, the rest is the same again.
That's the same thing as before, yeah. So I'll spare you that.
So R with references to places was towards, right?
Yeah,
Something I very easily forget. So he carries it to the place where his Lord is at.
correct. Just there is no it here. There's a secondary meaning I also had to look up. Phi can also mean to get up. So normally, like,
Not entirely sure. Yeah, you're right. There is no it, but how do you get up towards a place? Gets up and goes to the place
right.
where his Lord is.
He got up and went to the place where his Lord, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I think that was really the main point I wanted to drive home. Nominalization of places with Panetti, super common. Because there was so much fun. I have one last example, and then we're going back to our continuative forms. Well done. Anybody want to take the last one? Just realized there's something I should have looked up and didn't. Ish.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
All right, so we have Nin,
Yep. Then,
Rechef, Wajai,
oops.
Er,
Hang on. Sorry. Wrong keyboard.
Wajai,
Ujai.
Panetti, Paef, Sin, Sin, yeah. Imi, Jer,
There's a trick to it. The little bird here stands for a word, stands for Shedi. And then you had Im.
I was going to say it's bad brother, but it's not that bird.
It could be. No, it's the same bird, but it can also just stand for Sherry, little.
Yeah. And we have Imi, Oh, you got that. Sorry. Jer na'a mashau. Or not mashau.
Yeah, close.
Masehu. Masehu.
That's right. Yep. Very good. And how would you translate this one? Keeping in mind everything that we just talked about.
Right, so we have, so I guess he does not know, or he didn't, or he does not. What is Wajai is? I see it's a boat there. So,
To cross over.
okay, so he does not know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No jai. My bad. Yeah.
So he does not know. And then we have Baneti. I guess with respect to the one who is little brother. Wait, with respect to Baneti. Yeah, we just did that. Yep, up top. To the place.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to the place where his little brother, Emi Jer. So this is a compound preposition, right? So Emi Jer. So, well, no, not Emi Jer isn't, but Jer, the compound preposition. So Emi is acting adverbially here.
Mentally put a space between what came before and then the M.
Thank you. Yep, I see it now. Yeah. So they're in because of those crocodiles. Sorry to try to be really literal, but
yeah, no, that's good. Of the crocodiles. That's right. All right. And so we forgot the chai. So he does not know. He did not know. He did not know chai.
travel
Or to cross over. To
So
cross
we're
over.
to the place where his little brother
I guess in English we have to put a was in there to make it work.
because of the crocodiles.
That's right. So perfect. Questions about this one?
So when Panetti nominalizes an adverbial sentence, so Panetti can be any kind of generic, like does it have to be? I'm sure it does. Like the place, can it be anything? Like can it be generic? Can I say like the, like well, we have a that which we have a place, so it's general.
It is. It is the witch, literally. Like
Okay.
not the witch for the Monty Python movie, but the pronoun. So it's the witch, and the problem is an English one that we have to say the place or the person or the thing because we don't have that elegant construction. But you're right, it can be anything. It can occasionally be feminine as well or plural. Like we had one example in Horus and Seth. The one feminine, so Taneti, that comes, her not having a head. Remember there was the episode when Isis lost her head because Horus got a little bit too angry and chopped it off. So in that case, it actually said Taneti. Because it's referring explicitly to a feminine that witch or the one witch, but mostly most of the time it's masculine. All right, great job. So yeah, that's what it is. Now you could also say he did not know how to cross over, or we could simply make it he wasn't able to. Because like in several languages, not knowing how to do something is just the native way of expressing not being able to cross. In this case, it's the story of the two brothers, and after they had a fallout with each other, the younger one is on the other side of the river. There's lots of crocodiles in between, so that's why the elder brother cannot get over, which is described in this sentence. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if we wanted to blast from the past, negate this late Egyptian way, what would we use? I can't remember for the negation here. Ben, Bu, Pen, which one would we use?
Oh,
Or
well,
could we use it here?
depends on what we want to negate. So
So him not knowing, I guess, right? Him not.
I mean, that one is already negative. But that was the part that I should have looked up and I didn't remember that lech is the special verb. And why are you using n here instead of ben versus bu? That's its whole own can of worms. I have to admit, I'd have to look that up. Generally, if you wanted to negate an adverbial sentence, though, I'm thinking, how do you do this properly? I want to say you just put a bun in front of it, but that the bupui is for the past tense negation for verbs. Like, for example, if I wanted to say he didn't cross over, that would be indeed bupui, bupuiev, chai, erpa, enti, pa, if, sensheri, im. Emger, emger na en mesehu. So that would actually make sense, and then you can use it, what you just proposed. So he did not cross over to the place that his little brother was in on account of the crocodiles, because of the crocodiles. So that would work. How to the rech has its own whole own dynamic. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's used with bupui. I hope that helps a bit.
Good deal.
All right, awesome. Great job. So yeah, so much for the Panetti form, unless there are any more questions about it. Okay, that not being the case, then let's just, how are we doing on time? 1:30. Okay, good. My watch is a little bit ahead of time, so I thought this wasn't an hour yet. We have more time. All right. So this is how far we got on our conjunctives the last time. So I would say, why don't we just pick that up real quick? That was the last example. So we got as far as U2, Gerit, Jetnaf, Ich Shemek, Panetti, Yunek Im. And so here we have something that should look very familiar right now. So somebody wanted to give me the translation of this one, and then we can continue from there.
I'll go.
All right.
That's what we have here. So, and I guess, and one, and you saying, or not
And
saying,
one,
and
and
you
one.
returning or coming to him, not
Mhm.
coming, and you returning, saying to him, I guess, with respect to saying or speaking to him.
Jetnaf.
Saying to him.
I would just
Or-
say to say to him. Plus infinitive is normally just like in order to in English. Excuse me. To say to him, yeah.
We have this ich, so this is like a question or you shall.
It often would be, but ich before an imperative, not an imperative, before a subjunctive is just
While?
no,
Nuance?
it's like how would you call it? Like a polite command. Would that, oh, that you, blah blah blah. So like a polite way how to ask for something.
Okay, so I guess may you. So may you go out to the place or go out to
Mhm.
the place and come and you, let's see, you, and will bring to you there.
You is from is from to come.
I'm sorry, say again, you said the you is
Is a form of the same verb as this one, to
or
come.
return
Yeah, or come simply.
or come, okay. So come to you there.
Not quite. Think about the Panetti. So if that's a nominalizer,
right, to the
oops,
place
the place Yunek im.
where you
Yes, to the place where Yunek im.
come. not where you come, the place where you have come to you there. Oh, no, place where you have come. Okay.
Yeah, or simply the place where you came from. Now, slight commentary, slight change here. So E03, that is the sequential form. So you have you plus subject plus heard plus infinitive. And that is just and then, basically. So this was really literally says, and one came to him. One came to him to say to him. I mean, in English, we don't have to put that. Oops, my bad. So one came to him to say to him, may you go out to the place where you came from. In other words, go back to where you came from. And since it is a more polite form, I guess we could add a please. Go back to where you came from, please. Don't bother us any longer. Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Now, this form we talked about a bit the last time. Why is that an N? It's kind of, I thought we had all agreed that Sejam NF is kind of dead in late Egyptian. Granted, this is definitely a literary text. It's a tale, 19th dynasty, so it could be a bit more archaic, but it's still kind of weird. I left a couple of links in the channel. There are several papers that actually discuss this weird thing, which happens a couple of times. And one interpretation is that it is an emphatic form. Basically, the people that write about it do recognize that it is kind of a bit weird in a late Egyptian context. But it happens in another example, so it's not isolated. I would say let's just accept that it's being used here. It's not a typo. It's not like the scribe made a mistake. But why exactly we're seeing like a Sejam NF form here in this relativized sentence is a little bit odd. The argument goes back and forth. If you're curious, I left the relevant references in the channel. But I would suggest let's just go on. Anybody want to take the next one?
Yeah, I'll go again. Uh-oh.
You guys figure it out?
I can take it.
Cool.
Utasheriut. I'm not sure about that W. Is this
Yeah.
plural or no?
No.
Utasheri. Hermech to emef.
And ignore the two. It's a typo.
No, never mind. Mech emef. US her arc. Netcher mjed.
And arik is to swear by a god or to make an oath.
Oh, okay. I thought it was bend. I was confused. Mjed. Should I translate this part before we go on?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. So, and the girl seized.
Perfect. Yes.
Girl seized. Not seized it. Seized within it. I don't quite understand.
Seized him, grabbed him, basically.
Really?
And
What's
that's
the
kind
in?
of, yeah, that's the weird thing. So mech, which by the way looks like the mech for to fill here, and but you recognize it correctly. It's the most common misspelling.
It's all the time, yeah.
It's always switch. And this verb just goes with im as a direct object marker. It's just a fact of life. The first time I saw it, also completely confused me. But then I noticed it's a pattern. At first, I thought maybe it is like that direct object marker that you later see in Coptic, but it isn't. It just always goes with mech. So it basically really just means and the girl seized him. And then?
And she swore.
Maybe by the god.
I want there to be a preposition there. Swore to the god saying.
Saying, perfect. And I should give a quick background to what's going on here. Remember a moment ago we were talking about the basically the king of Nakharina coming up with this contest idea. Whoever can jump up to the like the second floor level of my daughter's window, he shall have her as a wife. Now, of course, our young prince from Egypt managed to do this somehow, and also she's taken a liking to him because she's seen him in those efforts, and he's presumably easy on the eyes. In any case, so she's on board with this, but the father, who thinks that he's not a prince from Egypt, but thinks that he's some kind of runaway, some kind of fugitive from Egypt, of course, he's not going to have anything of it. So that's why he basically said, where do we have it? Go back to where, or rather, he doesn't even say it himself. He has his servants go out and say, please go back to where you came from, basically. There's nothing for you here. And then we have the daughter now chiming in, and I think that's where it gets interesting.
Okay. Wach pare.
Wach pare.
Pare harakti. Okay.
Correct. Acheti. Yes.
M22 nechem F.
Nechmef, yeah.
MD. Nen iui. Wemu. Or Wenem, sorry. Nen iui. Seti.
Yeah, or by this point in time, it's Sui.
Sui. Okay. So as pre-harakti remains, sort of is established. What's the better word for wach? Abides.
Okay, that's fine. Harakti, I guess, like this. Whatever. You guys know.
Endures. That's the one I want. That's the word I want. And one that he not sits.
Nechem, maybe also to seize, to take.
Oh. And one takes with me.
There's an F in between. Nechmef.
Takes him with me.
Yeah, or it's probably not with, but.
From me?
Yeah.
If anyone takes him from me, I will not eat and I will not drink.
Let's do the last one as well. Let's finish this up.
Okay. Iui armut.
Right.
Emta wenut. And I will die in the morning.
And not in the morning, but unut is the hour.
The hour? In an hour. Okay. She's going to die in an hour from not eating or drinking?
That's it, exactly. Hey, come on. A little bit of drama.
That's adorable.
Die, like on the spot, basically. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. So, like I said, she has taken a liking to the young Egyptian prince, and she makes that very clear to her father. And of course, she does get her will. I mean, what do you expect eventually? So it's a fairy tale, and it's a beautiful fairy tale. And it's such a pity that we don't have the ending of it, because that would make a great addition to any collection of fairy tales. All right.
Kind of like Rapunzel.
It has
locked in the tower.
Yeah, there's something there. That's right. A little bit like just no evil witch, but yeah, lots of magical animals and whatnot. There's a talking dog and a giant, and I mean, it would make a great fairy tale. So what was the grammar point here? One, we had multiple sequentials. You two, one eat, and one came. So that's just a good old sequential. Then here's another one. You tasheri hermech, another sequential. and the young girl grabbed him. You as her, I forgot to put this one in color, but you see it. You as her Adek, and she swore. So it's just like, and this, and that, and this. And then what she says, you have a, what is that? That is a subjunctive, as preharachti lives or endures. Literally, and one takes him away from me. As preharachti, so we'd have to change that in English, right? In English, we would say, if one takes him away from me, basically. But that's, again, our language, not theirs. This is how you construct this in Egyptian. I will not eat, so these are negated future threes. You would expect a bun. I mean, this should be a bun, but in norm hierarchically higher text like this, like a classically inspired tale, you can also find then normal, like as it was spoken, late Egyptian would have had ben Yui Erwedem, ben Yui Erswi, Yui Ermut im Taunu. That's how he would have said it, as far as we can tell. Okay, any questions about this?
I just had a quick kind of question. So the second line with the verb mach, there's that I guess spurious to after it that like might be a scribal error. Is it possible that it's like there's like occasional like dialectal forms of the verb in Coptic where like you see the te after them, like amachte, like where I think the origin is like it was like a second person, maybe second feminine, but like it was originally like saying like, you know, take you, and then the like suffix just sort of stuck in certain verbs. I thought it could be that, but like I don't have any
interesting. A really interesting avenue to go down. I don't know that, but it could be. I mean, it's clearly in the text, and it doesn't make any sense with the im. I had been wondering if he was trying to initially put a direct object there, and then just realized that he has to put the im because that's the preposition that always goes with mech. But I like the direction you're going. Like, could that be like some kind of dummy object like you see in Coptic? I really don't know this, but that could be an interesting research project to see if that's the case. All right, very cool. We're probably going to manage one last one, and maybe the last one I'll do the beginning, and then we could just do the sentence that really has the grammar element, and then we can close it out. But yeah, I have a piece here from the Tale of Two Brothers. Very similar situation, narrative text. Not sure if anybody wants to try this one. You may need a bit of vocabulary help in there. Ter is time. Sekar is to plow. Actually, that whole thing is sekar. I think those are the only words that we didn't have.
I can do the first line.
Okay. Hang on. Do I have
Kheri,
say again?
kheri or kher ir. I guess maybe those are
That's
two
right.
words.
Kher ir.
Kher ir, kher, teri.
Yeah, I wonder if that has an E at the end. I'll just take it.
And is that son a determinative, or is it like ra or
No, that belongs to Teri, to time. Time period.
Sky.
In Sekar?
Sika.
Sekar is to plow. Ignore the W.
Then that Mary, is that also a determinative with the
Yep.
the plopping? Okay.
Because why use one determinative if we can use three?
Right.
I mean, it just makes perfect sense.
If you don't have to chisel anything, if you're just writing it presumably on papyrus, you know, it's
exactly
much easier to write. You, paif, sen, a, her, jednef.
That's right.
And then for translation, I don't remember if that's like, is that if?
Ir by itself can, yeah, the whole thing could be if, you're right, but it can also be her by itself is simply,
So like, because,
could be, or simply and. And ir by itself really just means as for. So I would, in this case, I would go literal. And as for, you'll see in a moment why. I'm a bit confused by the her here, honestly. I don't remember that one. Is that really in the text? Or did I make that up? Give me a quick moment. While you think about the rest, let me see if I can find that, just to make sure that I didn't invent things. Saka. Page 7. No, it's there. It's there. Can't change it. The her is there.
like maybe and as for concerning what?
Ter is time.
And as for concerning when or time?
The time?
The
What time? The time in Sika.
Of plowing.
That's right.
His older brother said, or maybe says to him.
Let's make that into more fluid English in the beginning.
So just during the time of plowing,
I guess, or maybe you could also make it when. And basically, what it really says is when the time of plowing came, his older brother said to him. I'm being a bit liberal here in the translation, but literally what it says is, and as for upon the time of plowing, so, and as when it came to the time of plowing, his elder brother said to him, blah, blah, blah. And in a moment when you see what he says, it becomes clear why that translation makes sense. Well done. So again, the grammar point here just being, again, we're using the EU plus her plus infinitive for past tense narration. So even though it may look like a present, it isn't. It's just past tense narrative. And in this case, we're using some kind of time adverbial. So it's not sitting after some kind of verb form like an AHN or something, but it just sits after. And when it came to the time of plowing, his elder brother said to him, blah, blah, blah. Namely, what did he say? Any takers? You guys are doing great, by the way.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
All right, here we have Amy.
That's right, Amy.
Is this get egg or get
egg? Get egg. And I glossed that one. It's like to set up or to arrange, to prepare. So get egg.
Get egg. And if get egg ni.
Yeah. What could this be? This could be different things.
So I guess I'm gonna throw out. It wouldn't be a Sejam NF because it's the wrong time period, right? So
correct. It's probably not Gerek NN. That's unlikely, and especially after an imperative. So it could be one of two things, and I'm actually honestly now wondering which one it is.
To us.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It could be Gerek NN. Set up for us, right? That could work. Or it could be also possible, Amy again, give that we prepare. It could be a Sejam F perspective, just with the N being double. That happens too. I honestly don't know which of the two it is. Maybe I'm just going to go with this, but I'm not completely sure. Let me see what Ramesses Online has. Let me go there. They have nen. They have for us. So let's run with it. But yeah, it could be two different things.
And we have heter,
Heter.
or heter. All right, and then we have some dots here. Oh wait, no. Heter. Wait, oh, that's part of the word there, right?
Yeah.
The stalk and the animal hide. Okay.
Yes. And it can mean two things. Heter later normally means like a pair of horses, but it can also be like a pair of animals and generically, like for example, could be oxen too. And I don't know what you call that in English. There may be a word for it, but I'm poor with anything that has to do with agriculture, like a pair of farm animals, whatever you call that.
I think you can actually speak of a yoke of oxen.
I've heard a yoke of oxen before.
That's a bit old-fashioned.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
not as old-fashioned as this text, but
Right.
I think when they're together like that, it's a team of oxen.
Team, yes, a team of
that
oxen.
team.
A team of oxen. I've heard yoke too before, but yeah, a team of oxen makes perfect sense. So yeah, prepare a team of oxen maybe from context, because they're not going to use horses for agriculture. I don't know, that's like taking your Porsche to Home Depot. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, in any case, yeah.
We have Saka.
All right. Okay. Yeah, no judgment.
Saka.
Mhm.
And then we have
Mhm.
Win
Mhm.
Ta Ahet.
Mhm.
Air.
Oh,
Let's see, wait, head, that's the field. Oh, thank you. Per T.
Mhm. That's right.
And we have U set Neferti Air Saka. Sorry for the background noise.
Mhm.
I lost my place. Saka Sakau Mer set Immetet.
Yeah. Emitted, it actually goes on. The place where you'd break is here, and then it goes. Wait, no. Where does the emitted go? Oh, you're right. No, dude, you're absolutely right. My bad. You're right. Emitted, like, okay, makes sense. Perfect. Okay, wanna take it until here?
Where are we at here? Starting from. Okay, so we got the part prepare. Oh, wait, keep going. Or are we going to translate?
Either way.
Okay, yeah, let's translate. So preparing. Yep, preparing team of oxen or preparing the animals for us to
Right.
plow.
Why would you make it a gerund though? I would just say
True. Prepare.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Oxen for us,
Prepare.
animals for us
That's
to
right.
plow.
A team of oxen for us to plow. That's right. Mm-hmm. Pawen, remember that one?
When let's see, so it's not the. So the field is ta ahat, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Field. So what is the spa win in front?
It's a conjunction, typically late Egyptian.
Yep. Is it because the field? Wait, no.
Because yeah, it's because you got it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because the field.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have perdi. Is this stative?
Yes, it's a stative. Mm-hmm.
Come one or come, not come. Go out.
Correct. And what's probably meant by a field going out?
A field going out.
Think about the seasons. I think.
Oh, harvest or giving or.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna plow, so I mean, the maybe has emerged. That's what I would go after. Like has come out from under the flood. That's how I would take it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And it Neferti. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's a stative again, so it has become beautiful, or maybe we'll just go with see how it goes on. Maybe another adjective fits better.
It has become beautiful. saka for plowing.
Mhm.
For plowing it.
Like what? Sorry, I jumped ahead.
Again, or like
Yeah.
method.
Something like that. That's right. So I'm not sure where the emitted goes. I'm just looking at what Ramesses Online has, and they think it belongs to this. I really don't know. In any case, you have it correct. I would just say good here. So prepare a team of oxen for us to plow because the field has emerged and has become good for plowing. And of course, we wouldn't say it in English. Cool. And now comes our conjunctive.
Let me keep going.
Want to go? Yeah, why not? Let's bring it home.
And we have or metuk or met. Metuk. Eat air. This is shachit. Is this shachit or shachet?
Sechet, right? Yeah.
Sechet for field. Sechet. Ger. E. Per. Is that peret or that? What is that little?
Peret or perut, that's seed. Like.
No, but below the mouth, is that a bread? What is that little? Oh, that's a seed glyph or determinative or?
This thingy here, this is just a generic stroke when they're lazy and don't want to.
No, the mouth under the mouth. Looks like a mouth under a mouth. Yeah, that there.
Oh, I would say that is a typo. That's supposed to be a T. Thank you. My bad. Let me fix that. I messed that up. That should be a T. T. And nope, wrong. There we go. This is where it should have been. Thank you.
Then we have win, you win air, meh, air saka, wow, wout. Hard to see. We'll see. Saka.
Seka. So this all belongs together. M.
And then this is my first thing was to say do I, but no.
No, it is. It is. You're right, but not the underworld, but the other dua.
The day?
Morning, beginning of the day. So M dua u. M dua. And then let's maybe just take the last part as well.
And we have E and F. Jed and F.
Exactly. How do you transcribe that? I think you just transcribe it like this. Enf, Genf. Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's do the translation, and I think then we're done for today.
So, and returning to the field with...
Yeah, but now think about what the mtuk does.
And it's a conjunctive, right?
It's a conjunctive. So it starts with an imperative. Prepare a team of oxen for us to plow. Mtuk E.
And return?
That's right. Is it actually return? I always think of E as come.
And come.
Which doesn't make... I know, it makes sense. Yeah, but I guess in context, return would also make sense. Sorry, that's fine. So, and that makes sense. And come back or return.
The field.
To the field, that's right.
With seed.
Perfect. With or carrying, with seed, literally under seed, but yeah, it means basically with seed.
Because we will. Uh-oh. My first instinct is to say feel, but we will seize the plow. Oh, no,
yeah, that's weird. You're right. What is this? I didn't even notice that. Oh boy. So if it wasn't there, if it were just this, what would you make out of it?
We will plow
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, in the
Right.
early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. And then the last thing, what's the Enef Jednev?
Say to him,
He said to him. Mm-hmm. That's one of those. He said to him, and it's there twice. Enef would have been enough, I think. I'm not sure why they say Enef Jednev. Like he said to him, addressing him, basically, which is kind of okay. All right, fine. Be that way. I don't know what that is. The Ramesses Online says we will begin to plow in the morning, which makes sense, but I'm not familiar with this construction. Doing something. So it's a bit weird. So I'll put that here in parentheses. Maybe that's true. Would have to look it up if that's a common construction, but that's what the original text says. Pawen you en mech sekar duau. We will begin to plow in the morning. Now, what you can see here is the many different tenses and constructions we have interplay. So you have your sequential in the beginning. Then you have an imperative. This here, I still don't know what it is. Maybe I was wrong, and maybe that really is Gerek en. Give that we may prepare. But then again, he says it to his brother. It's a command. So they're not preparing it together. So it's kind of weird. Maybe it is just prepare for us, like we had it, prepare for us a team of oxen or a team of animals to plow. In any case, these are likely imperatives up here. Then you have pa wenen, because, and you have a bunch of statives to indicate that something has changed. So the land has come out from the floods, and it's now good to plow. And then you have the conjunctive to continue the imperatives. So basically, by now we've covered the majority of tenses and forms. And when you look at actual text, you will see them. Here's a future three. You will just see them interchange freely. But the good news is we've covered them all. I think the only major things that are still missing are participles and relative forms. And I believe some of the syntactical things, like how do nominal sentences work in late Egyptian? How do you make conditionals? This is what's still missing. But in terms of verb forms, I think we've pretty much covered it now. Let me take a quick look. Is there anything else? Sorry, we had. Yeah, next is gonna be. Okay, non-independent perspective SetGMF. All right. Participles, relative forms, and then different types of sentences, basically. Then you get into syntax. So we're almost done with the morphology, which is no morphology with the basic tenses. So, which is great. Cool. If you guys want something to play with, you can take a look at this one. This is out of the famous story where this is written much later in the actual events, where the Hyksos king Apopes basically complains to the Egyptian king in the south that his hippos are too loud. But in any case, that's the beginning of the story. If you want an exercise, it's in here. I sent it out as a PDF. Can also be found as Ramesses Online. Optional, but yeah, have fun. And yeah, if there are no more questions, I would say thanks so much, and I'll close for today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good one.
Have a good weekend,
Bye-bye.
everybody.